MangoPunch. Speedrun classic Resident Evil games. Obviously doing Resi 2 today. And I've got two friends with me today.
Diesel.
Yep. Diesel.
I've also speedrun RE2 OG in the past. I'm also mostly known for speedrunning the Final Fantasy series.
Yep. Probably know him from his run the other night. Fantastic run. And a good friend, Icy.
Iceman, yeah. I've also run this game a time or two and definitely taken some tips from Mango here.
Hell yeah. Yep. And you'll know him from his Silent Hill run the other night and the number 37. So, all right, we're just going to get straight into it. So the timer starts as soon as I take control of Leon. So it'll be like 3 seconds after I skip this first cutscene. So I'll count us in. All right, 3, 2, 1, go. Alrighty. So... already doing better than my first run at ASM, where I immediately got grabbed by that very first zombie. So that's a good sign. This game is set 2 months after the original game. Basically what's happened is the STARS members survived and tried to tell everybody about the zombies. Nobody believed them, and now everything's gone to hell. So the entire city's infested with zombies, as Kenno's about to tell us. And Leon has just showed up for his first day on the job, dressed in tactical pajamas. Not sure why he's dressed like this for his first day, but yeah. At least he's prepared.
One thing to note for this is we are running the PC port of this that was released, I can't even remember exactly what year, I think 2003 rings a bell in fact.
Sounds about right, yeah.
And one big thing, obviously the load times are a lot faster compared to the PlayStation or other versions, but also you can skip the door loading, but there's a special way that you want to skip those door transitions, where you give it a slight pause and then you hit the skip button, and that actually causes it to load faster.
Yeah, it's something to do with like loading the BGM in each room. So if you skip it too early, it ends up taking a ridiculously long amount of time. So usually there's like a visual cue with each door. So like just about when you see the handle turning, that's about when you skip. But some doors don't have the handles, so it's a bit hard to tell. But if you're using Live Split and you've got the detailed timer on, it's usually like 1.45 seconds into each split. Oh, two-shot Misty, nice. Really good. Why can't I ever get that in my actual runs? So the thing that I just did there was a thing called quick shooting. It's pretty much like the only real glitch that we take advantage of in this game. I don't know why it does it, but basically, if you hold down aim and then hold down shoot, if you let go of aim and then hit aim again at just the right frame, you'll immediately fire again before the animation is finished, which basically means you shoot twice as fast as usual. Which is obviously what you want for speedruns. Kind of wish it wasn't a thing because it's pretty easy to mess up. But I'm at the point where I have to do quick shots for
the rate of fire for the weapons in this game is determined by the recoil animation.
Yeah.
But with that glitch, you're able to cut off about half of that recoil animation, and so you can bring up your rate of fire, and when you do need to shoot something, you can get that DPS much higher.
Definitely. It's pretty easy with the pistol. It's a lot more tricky with the Magnum because the Magnum fires a lot slower, so the timing is kind of hard to get. But if you're playing on PC with the keyboard, it's pretty easy to just mash aim and you'll usually get it. But if you're playing on a controller, it's a lot harder. I found it was easier to just like get my rhythm down. But with the keyboard, just mash. It'll be fine.
Also, can we get some Fs in the chat? Leon's birthday has been cancelled.
Yeah, he says it was a zombie outbreak, but I reckon that's tomato sauce on him. Everybody just got a bit drunk and just trashed the place. There's no zombies. Everybody's just had a bit too much to drink.
Never thought about it that way before.
Here.
Take this key card.
You should be able to unlock the doors in the hall with this.
I could probably recite the entire game from memory.
Just
go.
Fine, but I'm coming back for you.
Have you ever tried to do the quick shooting with a shotgun?
No, because we never used the shotgun in the speedrun, so I've never really had a chance. Next time I'll do a casual playthrough, I'll give it a shot. All right, so Marvin has just given us the key card for this little computer, which will unlock the rest of the police station and allow us to explore. So it opens those two doors, we go through the double doors. we don't actually go through that single door until way, way, way later. So we go through this way to head through to the Stars office. Oh, bit of lag there. And we just caught a slight glimpse of a nasty little enemy that's about to show up. Our favourite enemies in the game. And there he is, it's a licker, and we just run past him.
They're harmless.
Yeah, they're fine.
We don't worry about them.
We don't worry about lickers or hunters. Yeah, never. Yeah, lickers are mostly pretty easy. Like they're blind, so they react to sound only. So there's some points where you can sort of like manipulate them a bit by like doing some stutter step stuff. Alright, so this is the first puzzle in the game. It's pretty easy. Just push each statue to a pressure plate on the other side of the room. But there's... Yeah, so you push one statue, you push the other, and then pick up the thing. But we're coming through this room 3 times, so we're just going to do it one point at a time. So you got to make sure that the pressure plate actually goes click, because if you leave this room and it doesn't, then the statue resets. I've lost at least 3 runs like that. And we grab Chris's diary, and I got a good trigger there. Yeah, you got to get that like right on, because if you are slightly to the left or slightly to the right, there's a text thing that pops up saying Chris's desk is really messy. But yeah, we've met up with Claire now, and we've got a cutscene. So if there's any announcements or donations, now's a pretty good time for that.
Yeah, you're getting lots of love for this run. We have $40 from Vosky. Got some other obligations to attend to, so can't be there in person. So instead, Mango can have a donation. Good luck on the run. Liquor, no licking.
Liquor, no licking. Thanks, Vosky.
We also have $20 from Jadeite. Did you know that the critically acclaimed MMORPG API Error has a free trial and includes the entirety of API Error and the award-winning API Error expansion up to level Null? With no restrictions on playtime, sign up and enjoy API Error today. Love, Jade.
Is that Deadly Premonition PS3 world record holder Jadeite? I love watching Jadeite streams. I go to her stream every night and watch the offline thing in hopes that she'll go live and break another world record. That's how I get to sleep every night. Anyway, we're doing the second point of this. Sorry, in jokes. Love them. Yeah, second point of that, the gem has just dropped out of the thing, so we're going to come back here one more time and then pick that up on the way. But now we're heading back to where we came in. Try and do a tricky dodge here.
Nice.
Yeah. Oh yeah, one thing I forgot to mention as well. I'm not doing any safe strats for this run. I'm going all in because, you know, I've done this a few times at ASM, so I've always done the safety marathon strats, but I want to show off the good stuff. Even the ones that could potentially just completely ruin the run. The red hallway being the main one, yep. But we'll get to that when we get to it.
Red hallway is rather notorious.
Yeah, it is.
Well, speaking of the red hallway, what would you say is the hardest bit of this game for you?
Hardest bit? Probably the liquor hallway in the labs. Yeah, as I was saying before... Oh, hang on. This is where the liquor can actually... Yeah, there we go. Yeah, the first 2 times you dodge him, he's, you know, he's a joke. But that time, I completely forgot as I was going through, so I messed up the step count. But basically, if you hit that corner on just the right angle, it sort of makes him back off and doesn't hit you. But because I messed it up, I got the slash.
Yeah. Thankfully, the slashes don't do too much damage.
Yeah. Liquor's... Like, the slash only does about 15 points of damage.
Yeah.
So you don't really see it, because they only show your health in Fine Caution, Orange Caution, and Danger. But basically what that means is you have 200 hit points. Below 100 is when you go to Caution, otherwise you're fine. Below 50 is when you go to Orange Caution, and below 25 is when you're in Danger. And each state reduces your movement speed, so you don't want to be in Caution or lower at all in the run. So yeah, it's good to know the damage values of each enemy. Alright, so we're going back through here, and we're going to grab the gem on the way through. And, oh, no, okay. Yep, pick it up, thank you.
Good old Leon.
Yeah, Butterfingers Leon. Alright, so here's going to be a tricky dodge. We've got a split second to... Oh, I can take the inside line. There we go.
Nice.
Hell yeah. Yeah, so you've got a split second to work out what that zombie is doing. If he's going slow, you have to take a long run around him. But if he's going fast like he did there, you can take the inside line. But because of the camera angles, it's really hard to judge like exactly where you are.
It doesn't look like it at a first glance, but there is a bit of RNG in this game.
There is, yeah.
Because zombie positions and movement can be a little bit random. Nothing compared to Resident Evil 3.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is mostly consistent, but there are lines where you have to figure out what the RNG is on the zombies in order to take the best line.
Yeah. Yeah, every zombie has a chance of moving differently, but most of them it doesn't really matter. But some of them like that, it matters. But yeah, as I was saying about RE3, entire rooms can be completely different because different enemies can spawn.
And notoriously the puzzles.
The puzzles too, yeah.
The puzzles can have will have a random solution to them.
Yeah. I was pretty thankful that I picked this as my very first speedrun because it is pretty static. It makes it a lot easier to learn. It does kind of make it a bit boring to grind though. RE3 is a lot more fun because every run's going to be completely different. But yeah, this is the one that I've grinded the most. Yeah, it's good. So if you want to pick up a Resi run, start with either this one or RE1 Classic. Right. Ooh. Okay, so that one, if you just hold up and left, it will take you in a perfect line between those two zombies. But I kind of did a thing where I pre-turn just a little bit, just to tighten up the line, just like slightest little bit. But it is very risky. Like I almost ran straight into her there. But as I said before, not doing any safe strats, going all in. There we go.
Nice.
Yeah, that one's really hard to judge because of the camera angle and the perspective. All right, so first little, messed it up. So this game has some frame rate glitch in the inventory, which kind of makes it weird to like select items quickly. But it also, once you work out, it's kind of weird to explain. You got to think of it like fighting game inputs. So if you want to go to slot number 6, for example, you would think you would go down 2 and across 1. But if you just press quarter circle down back, I think that's how you say it. I don't play fighting games. It will take you straight to slot 6.
Basically, what's happening is there's a glitch where if you press down, like if you were press down and then press right very quickly together, and you were still holding down when you press right, you would actually go down right instead of just down right, because the down gets re-registered again as another input. So you can, if you wanted to go down to your 4th slot, you would end up going down to slot 6. So paradoxically, it's better to press down left instead of down right if you want to go down right.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit backwards, but once you learn it, it's actually it's a weird glitch when you first experience it, but it actually allows faster menuing compared to a functional menu.
Yeah, it's a weird glitch that ended up being good for the speedrun. But yeah, as you just saw then with selecting the gems, I was not pressing down and then right, I was pressing down on the left. Yeah, kind of counterintuitive, but that's it, just how it works. But only for this game for some reason. It doesn't happen in RE1 or RE3. Alright, so gonna hope for a good leaker this time. Now that I know what's coming up and didn't get distracted. Alright, so I usually go 6 steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Turn slightly, hit the wall at an angle. There we go.
Nice.
Alright, just wish I'd done that the first time. So I think I'm almost near caution at the moment because I took 2 bites on the basketball court before. So 2 bites plus a liquor slash, and we're about to go into a pretty dicey room.
Yeah, this room is scary.
No safety strats.
Oh.
Nah. That's right, there's a herb in the next room, so... Get off me, sir. Oh, no. Okay. Yeah, that wasn't ideal.
So
That 3rd zombie wasn't close enough that I wasn't able to push the second one into him.
Every single time Mango and myself have tried to race in this game,
Oh my god.
unfortunately something has just killed Mango, and that locker room is definitely one of them.
Yeah, that one's killed every single one of my race runs. Although we do play on the US version when we
Yeah,
race, so
it's a
that's
little bit different.
Yeah, so there's a number of differences between the Japanese and US versions. Namely, the US version is harder. For some reason, when they re-released it in the US, they were like, oh yeah, Americans, they love hard stuff, so let's turn off auto-aim by default, and also make all the enemies more aggressive and change the positions so that they're harder to run by. So that's why we run the Japanese version instead. Tricky dude, okay, yeah.
Dan, I think I'd force you to play the PS1 version.
Yeah, that too. So I had to be on controller. Which, you know, when I first started running, I ran on controller until Pyramid K, who is the current world record holder, absolute machine, convinced me to switch to keyboard. And I'm glad I did, because I was immediately getting PBs. But yeah, Pyramid K, shout outs to him. He's taught me so much about this run. He's a super friendly guy, always happy to help newbies. And he just keeps on demolishing world record after world record. And it's just amazing to see. So we've got world record for RE2 and RE3.
He was playing RE3 for a good while, like a year before he got on.
Yeah, just grinding the hell out of it. Which, yeah, with the RNG in that game, I don't know how he could just keep on doing it.
We could probably squeeze in a couple of donations. in
Yeah,
this cutscene.
yeah, just a bunch of cutscenes coming up, so.
No problem, we have plenty. $10 from Mikami. Let's go, Mango, you're a legend. Shoutouts to our ASM fam as always. Please put this towards Mango's choice.
Ooh. I'll have to think of that later.
No problem. $6.66 from Synthomancer. E. Also, liquor, no licking. Birkin, no Birkin. Good luck for the run, Mango.
Thanks, Synth. Love you, buddy.
We have $10 from Radshaz. Good luck, Mango. Great to see you running this classic again. Hope the red hallway, liquor hallway, blue hallway, jazz hands, G3/G4, and spiders are polite to you.
Oh, thanks, Jazz.
And we have a $100 donation from Devo. What's up with that guy? That was a clean hit, says the guy who didn't take the shotgun parts. Good luck,
Oh my
Mango.
God.
You're amazing. Time to take down Umbrella.
Hell yeah. Oh, everybody's here today. Love it. Yeah, so we're just coming into this little bit. Oh, okay. Got a good trigger there. Depending on where you trigger this cutscene, you could lose like a bunch of time because Leon will just take his time to like turn and then walk to where he needs to be. But I was almost exactly on point there, so I was happy with that. But yeah, not a lengthy cutscene with good old Ben, the reporter who... I don't know which death I prefer, the OG or the remake. Because the remake version was pretty grisly.
Yeah, the eye popping was. Well,
Yeah, that was just like, oh god.
Definitely the remake death is pretty cool.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, the remake was so good as far as remakes go. I was a little bit concerned about the change from the camera angles, but yeah, they nailed it. So fingers crossed for RE4 remake. Hopefully it's not like RE3. We don't talk about that.
Be happy as long as they keep in the... Where's everybody going? Bingo?
Bingo? Yeah, if there's no cheesy Leon, I will riot.
I feel like the answer might be Leon A, but do you have a preferred scenario that you like to run?
Yeah, definitely Leon A. I run Leon A, Claire B. I haven't even touched Claire A or Leon B, but I should at some point, because I'm only running half the game, so I should probably branch out a bit.
Claire A is quite the notorious category for these out of probably any percents because of Sherry leg drop.
Oh my god, yeah. I mean, I don't know which one I dislike more as a AI companion, Sherry or Ada. Because Ada can ruin your runs as well.
True.
Which we might see later on. Every time I talk about it, she immediately does exactly what I don't want her to do.
Yeah. Every time Sherry climbs something, there's a random chance that she'll do a leg drop animation, and it's like 2.5 times longer for her to climb up something when that happens. It's disgusting.
Yeah. And purely RNG. All right, so I actually nailed the quick inventory there. So I went down to slot 8, but all I did was press, wait, what was it? Right, down, right. All right, no Shaz, no Shaz. All right, good. I hate it when I can't see that second spider when he's behind the corner because you're like, what are you doing?
Yeah,
are you getting ready to poison me? So our good friend Shaz, who donated just before, he has the worst luck with those spiders.
Consistently
poison in the most literally never happened before kind of ways.
So we, as a group, we dubbed it the getting Shaz.
Getting
to get
Shaz, yeah.
poisoned.
My name's Leon. I'm with the RPD.
Leon introduces himself and Ada just says nothing. Does not care.
You think we can get upstairs through this shaft? Give me a boost. I'll go and check.
All right, so we're about to do a very short segment with Ada. Thankfully, there's no hacking tool things with Ada in this one, like there was in Remake. All right, so we just got to come in here, do a little box puzzle. Again, the puzzles are all static, so pretty easy to do. So just got to push these to make a bridge.
We can be optimal with our pushing. We don't have to push it all the way to the end.
Yep.
We only have to push it so far, and the game will push the box into the correct position for us as long as it's been pushed along far enough.
Yep. But if you try to be tricky and be like, all right, yeah, I'll push it like just enough to hit the thing. Yeah, if you don't push it enough, it will just waste so much time because this animation here takes way too long. Yeah. So yeah, if you mess this up, it's just a reset. So yeah, you got to push it halfway into the box next to it.
Yeah, I made that mistake once and I'm never doing it again.
Yep. I did not learn. I kept trying to be sneaky and be like, yeah. This'll do. Nah, 1 pixel off.
Leon, can you hear
All right,
me?
so Ada's going to chuck him the key and then bugger off because she does not want to be anywhere near him.
Right here.
And then we head back to the
I can't
RPD.
reach the ventilation hole. I'm
Past
gonna
the
have
Shaz
to find another
spiders.
way around. I'll catch up with you.
There's going to be another licker as well instead of some dogs.
What?
And then
wait!
straight into the YOLO hallway, which I am going to do because I have safety save set up in case everything goes wrong. All right, no Shaz. Good. Oh, I didn't do the when he ran past.
The spider charge looks scary, but it's actually the safer one because you just need to be on the other side. He's not really reaching out for you.
Yeah, the hitbox on the spider is a lot smaller than it looks. Like the legs will go right through you, but it won't even hit you. All right, so a bit of a tricky licker dodge here. Let's see if I can get it right. Ah, bugger. Oh, I'm in caution. No! Oh, that means I can't do the YOLO. Wait. No, there's a herb. Yeah, it's all good. I can get back to fine.
Yeah. And we're going to pick up our favourite gun.
Oh, yeah. The Magnum. Yeah, so the Magnum is basically our boss killer. Alright, so there is a herb. There it is.
Yeah, just,
yep.
yeah.
Alright, so yeah, this dodge coming up, I've got a feeling it's not going to go great, but
Yeah.
YOLO!
Here we go.
That camera freeze there messed me up. Yeah, so this is why this hallway sucks, is because if you get bitten, they just surround you, and I was pretty lucky there that I was able to get out. But that also makes this hallway a bit harder because I'm still in caution. Oh, no, I tried to do the sneak behind him thing. Yeah, so usually you would snake between those two, run around the first one and then snake in between, but there is like a little tricky dodge you can do where you just slip behind that zombie's back. But you can't really do it in caution because your turning circle is much lower. So we got the first aid spray, but we're going to save it until this next little inventory spot, just to save a little bit of time. Alright, so go here, use the first aid spray, cancel out, there we go. And there's puzzle, middle, right, left. I can't remember what the logic behind that is, because it's been so long since I played this game casually. I think it's something to do with just...
with the playing cards, Jack, Queen, King.
That's right, yeah.
It gives you a bunch of numbers.
Yep. Alright, so... Oh, excuse me, sir.
That was a fast turn indeed.
Oh, of course. Oh, yeah, Leon. Okay, yeah. No, it's going to be one of those runs.
Righto.
Okay. It's fine. Everything's fine. That hitbox on Misty was ridiculous. I'm just gonna... Oh no, I don't have enough room. All right.
I was just going to mention too, like the entire run is don't even have to touch the inventory box. It's all perfectly organised with your inventory.
Yeah, it's perfectly optimized. There is a route that you do need to use the item box, which is the 4-plug method, where before when I went down into the sewer, I used the 2 plugs that I had used. Use the 2 plugs that I used. Use the 2 plugs that I picked up. Just to clear up my inventory, but there is one where you don't actually use them until way later. But it does involve using the item box, and it's only like 2 or 3 seconds faster overall. So nobody ever does that. But it is an option if you want to save 3 seconds.
I'll learn it for our next race.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, a bunch of zombies have repopulated the hallways. Just to mix things up a bit in the late game. So if you did kill all the zombies, then there is a bit of a threat to worry about. But we're not going through any of those hallways, so it doesn't even matter. All right, so we're about to grab the final plug, and then witness the end of Ben.
Also equip the mag cut for something coming up, and we do this plug last because we get a nice shortcut that leads us down back to the chest plug puzzle.
Yep. So we grab this and then jump down this chute. I don't know why that chute's there, but hey, it saves time. So yeah, another long cutscene. So now's a good time for announcements or donations if there are any.
Yeah, of course. We have $10 from Umbrella Jill. Birkin, no Birkin. Let's go Team Umbrella Punch. Our team motto is never pick up any shotgun parts. Never, ever, ever.
Jill. Darn.
We also have... Yeah. Oh, no, you continue.
All good. I've been trying to convince Jill to pick up the shotgun parts in her casual runs, and she just refuses to do it. It's so much fun! The upgraded shotgun is so much fun! Do it! Anyway, proceed.
Come on, answer.
We also have $20 from Christina Crawler. Petition for Mango to return to streaming. Where's that fish cannon when you need it? Love ya.
Love you too, Chrissy.
I'll second that.
One day. I'm too busy with work. Streaming is hard.
Co-conspirator.
Alright, so Ben has just revealed that the chief of police was in cahoots with Umbrella and was responsible for the outbreak. But we don't ever meet him at all with Leon, so Leon's just like, oh, okay, whatever. But yeah. Yeah. I saw his name in an email, but I've never met the guy.
Well, I'm very curious on
Leon,
where...
Leon should probably shoot this thing. Shoot it, please. No.
Just
let it leave.
Oh, that's really weird. Yeah, just let it go.
He's
Although
pay
Ada
for
could
that.
have just stomped on it as well, but no, she let it go as well. Not the smartest bunch.
Where are you going, Ada?
Yeah, I'm very curious on where Birkin
chemical
goes
plant.
after that
I have a
cutscene,
feeling that's where I'll
because
find John.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. He's in there,
Wait.
disappears,
It's like canonically confirmed that every Resident Evil character is like boneheaded because like remember in Resident Evil 2 how many times they're like, oh, big old haunted mansion, let's split up.
Yeah, finally we've reunited. Let's split up again. Oh, but here's a radio this time, so it's all good. And then we only use that radio once to talk to Claire. Alright, so now we are heading back through the Shaz hallway one more time.
Don't get Shaz.
No Shaz, no Shaz. Alright, what's he doing? What are you doing? Okay, yeah, it's fine. Alright, now we're coming up to the first boss fight of the game. So, pretty difficult strat. It's kind of hard to explain, so I'll just have to do it. But basically, this guy spews out like little critters that will latch onto you. If they latch onto you, you sort of need to like shake them off before they do some damage. They don't do a lot of damage, but they do trigger probably the most gruesome death scene in the whole game. Alright, so what we do, run here, shoot once, twice, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that's the fight. So that's why we use the Magnum, because it is, yeah, it's really nice. So yeah, 6 shots for him. 6 shots, more than enough to kill anything that moves.
We're cooking.
Metal Gear Solid, yeah, no, okay.
Don't worry, I got it.
Yeah, I knew you would.
Running off like that was reckless and stupid. Those zombies are everywhere. Not to mention that thing that got bent.
So yeah, Leon scolding Ada, she's just not even looking. But yeah, this is where she finally decides, all right, I'll team up with you for a bit.
It's my job to look out for you, but we're not going to get through this alive if we don't work together. Okay?
All right. We'll do this your way for now.
Alright, so now... yep, she was following us. Bit more running, so yeah. If there's anything to announce, now's a good time as well.
We have another $10 donation from Koodles. You're doing amazing, Mango. Better than Iceman could ever imagine. Kappa.
I think Iceman's doing great. He did really well on his run the other night. He got 37 minutes. That's all that matters.
Toxic.
Alright, so Leon has just been shot. And Ada is just like, yeah, nah, you'll be fine there. I'll just leave you on the ground.
Should we help?
Nah. Alright, so we unequip the gun there, just to save a bit of time for a cutscene coming up. And we're just going to chase Annette for a little bit. And then we get the toilet break cutscene. Because it is a long one.
Just don't go to those little moth things in the...
Oh, no, they're not a risk with this scenario. But in Claire, those cockroaches can swarm you. And as I found out the hard way, if enough of them latch onto you and you don't shake them off in time, they just insta-kill you. I thought they just did like tiny bits of damage, so I was just like, oh, alright, I'll take my time shaking them off. Oh, dead. From 100% health. Just dead. Great. Love it.
The reason why we unequip the pistol for Ada is for this cutscene. At the start of the cutscene, Anna shoots the gun out of her hand. If she has it equipped, that causes longer animations, whereas Anna just instead decides to shoot the guardrail instead.
Yeah, and it saves a bit at the end of the cutscene as well because if she shoots the gun out of her hand, then she has to go and pick it up afterwards. But obviously she didn't have it, so doesn't have to pick it up. But yeah, so now we just wait. Again, this is the toilet cutscene, so yeah, now's a good time for a nap, grab a coffee, do whatever you like.
A good thing about speedrunning this game as well is that when you watch the FMVs in the game don't contribute to the in-game time.
Yes.
So you can actually choose to watch them if you want when you're doing your own runs.
Yeah. And there is a pretty lengthy FMV cutscene between, like in the middle of this one here. But I've got them to auto skip, so we won't be watching that.
So those rats were the carriers of
So Ada talks about the rats that were just in the cutscene that we just skipped, as if she was just watching the cutscene herself. It's kind of weird, because the rats were not there; they were in a flashback. But no. Ada's psychic, apparently, so she can see the flashback.
And create offspring. No.
Alright, Battle of the Ages. Who's going to win? And smack.
Too bad.
Alright, now here's the end of the Ada segment, and we jump back to Leon. After we get a little sneak peek of what's coming up.
There's something in the water.
Oh my god!
Now, when you say you're going to do everything YOLO, does
Yep.
that include croc?
Yeah, doing the quick croc, for sure. So yeah, quick croc is a trick that was discovered by Jika-chan, Japanese runner who he did a TAS and found a whole bunch of strats that we now use on the regular. And one of those things is called quick croc. So there's a giant croc coming up, and the way you kill it is, like, you can do enough damage to it to make it run away, but then it will reappear in the B scenario when you play it with Claire. But there's really no reason to ever do that, because the easy way to do it is you just hit a button that releases this explosive canister, wait for the crocodile to pick it up, and then shoot the canister, and it explodes. But there is a little trick that saves, again, like 3 seconds. It's such a small time save. But basically, if you hit the trigger at just the right point, if you don't hit the trigger, the croc will just run past the like where the canister is. But train of thought just completely derailed there. I'll just show you. Alright, so here comes the croc. Unfortunately, no croc block at this ASM, but hopefully this will do.
It's close enough.
Yeah, it's close enough. Croc 3. The bloodening. Alright, so he's going to chase us a little bit. And we run to when the canister is. And I'm going to wait. Because I can release the canister here, but if I do, he will take his time to walk over to it. But if I hit it at just the right point, that should do it. There we go.
Nice.
Yeah, so if you do it too early, it's no biggie. He just takes an extra 3 seconds to go and pick up the canister. Hit it just on time. He does what he did there and just like goes into his run animation as if you didn't trigger it. But if you do it 1 frame too late, he completely skips the canister and then it's rip chili dip. You're dead.
Leon.
Because with a speedrun, you just don't have enough ammo to take him on.
Quiet, Leon. I'll patch you up.
But yeah, it is like literally frame perfect to get that skip. But to time it, you look at his head movements. So he goes like rah, rah, and then at the very peak of his 3rd head bop, that's when you hit it.
I just found out. John's dead.
What?
Oh no,
Never
John's
mind.
dead.
Let's just get out of here.
Shame.
The sooner the better.
No, Leon's like, oh, I've got a chance now.
I don't feel so bad about falling in love with you instantly.
Alright, so now to get out of the sewer. Alright, so this is what I was talking about before with Ada. She got out of the way. Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Behaving. Yeah, she can block you in several bits in this. One of the bits is coming up, which you go to pick up a thing that's on a ledge, and if she just decides to stand in a certain spot, you cannot climb back down off the ledge. And she just faces the other way and just completely ignores Leon as he's shouting at her. So get out of the way. No, thanks. Alright, so this is it here. Are you going to behave? Okay, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, so that's where she can just completely block you. And yeah, that's happened at 2 of my marathon runs, actually. Alright, yeah, so to get out of the sewer, you need to collect these medallions to turn off this waterfall, because wading through sewer water with a freshly, like, open wound from a bullet, yeah, Leon's fine with that. Going through a waterfall and ruining his hair? No, he's not okay with that. Oh, Ada didn't get poisoned by the spider. That's a shame. You actually... no, it's not just because I don't like Ada. It's actually better because there's another bit coming up soon where she can actually ruin you again. But if she's poisoned, then she's a bit slower, which means that she can't actually interfere. But you'll see that bit in a little bit. But for now, we've got good old Burko. He's paying us a visit. He's got to shoot his arm 5 times, make him disappear. Yeah, you've got to wait for the right moment to actually shoot there, because if you shoot too early, then it doesn't actually register. So you've got to wait for his hand to wheel just a little bit.
Coming up, got my favourite song of the soundtrack in this game.
Oh, the marshalling yard?
Marshalling yard.
Yeah. It's so eerie, I love it. Alright, so this room is where you would pick up the key to get the Magnum parts, but the upgraded Magnum is suboptimal for the run, so we just skip it. Alright, so this is where Ada can ruin you. So we take a forced bite from that zombie there. So if she shoots that zombie while he's biting you, he will immediately reset his bite animation and bite you again. So she thinks she's helping, but she's not. Alright, there we go. Got through, no bites. Except for that one forced one. Alright, so pick up the Magnum ammo. The Magnum ammo right next to the shotgun ammo. Which is... I don't know. I feel like the developers were like, yeah, speedrunning is going to be a thing in like 10 years or so. What can we do to mess these people up? Alright, so my favorite inventory coming up here. It's just so satisfying to do. Alright, so we got to reload the Magnum, equip the Magnum, and then use the key. There we go. I love doing that. Just hear the doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Satisfying. Alright, now we're coming up to Birkin, no Birking. Oh no, poor Ada.
Ada, can you hear me? Come on, snap out of it.
Alright, so again, I'm doing the risky strat for this, which is, it's not too risky, it just involves quick shooting. But if you drop one quick shot, he's probably going to hit you, but quick shots have been alright this run, so I've got a good feeling. Oh, it's Birkin time! Alright, so we just got to run to one specific spot, fire off 4 shots. 1, 2, 3, 4. No. Ah, I missed 2 of them. Right. Nah, this ain't good. This ain't good at all. Sir, please. I'm trying to run for charity. Okay. So I'm in caution, but that's fine, because there's like a bunch of first aid sprays coming up. I could have picked up the one in the room where I grabbed the Magnum ammo, but I got cocky.
It's the only way to speedrun this game, to be honest with you.
Yeah, just go all in.
Wake up.
But yeah, again, there's like first aid spray coming up pretty soon, so it doesn't really matter. It's just a bit of a time loss because he's going to be in caution for a bit. But again, lengthy cutscene, a lot of running, so now's a good time for any plugs, donations.
Yep, we have a $15 donation from Desert Eagle 417. Good luck, Mango. Don't take any mess from the lab liquors. Let's put this towards the Sonic TAS.
Hell yeah.
Welcome
And the
back.
whole time, I noticed the Metal Gear Solid reference you had before, so I was
Take it easy.
looking at Birkin and
You're
going,
inside umbrella
G-Fire,
lab.
son.
I'll go find something to treat that wound. So just
Yeah,
rest here
Desert
and
Eagle, a fantastic member of the RE community.
Injuries.
So yeah, thanks for watching, buddy. Good to see you.
I told you, it's my job to look after you.
Yeah, again, I was saying before that I was pretty lucky to pick this as my first speedrun. A, RE2 is easy to pick up, and B, the community has been so helpful. Like, as I said before, Pyramid K, he just randomly popped into my stream and was like, hey, yeah, here's what you can do. Like, blah, 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 all this. I visited his stream, and he immediately stopped his run just to show me a bunch of tricks, which was like, was not expecting that, but it was super helpful. And yeah, like when I first did it, I was like, okay, I'll go for top 50, and then that'll be my absolute limit. But he just kept on pushing me to keep on improving. And I'm glad I listened to him because I think I'm like 18th now on the leaderboard, which is something I never expected to do. I just picked up the run just to see if I could do it. And yeah, thanks to all the support from Pyramid, Icy, Rad Crew, everybody else. Yeah, I kept on going, and I'm glad I did.
Yeah. And 18th is very respectable because Leon A is what, like 1,000 times on that leaderboard?
Oh, it's not that many. I think there's like 300. Although there has been a lot of new ones. A lot of new runners who have just shot past me. But no, it's good to see so many new people still coming into this run. Like, it's such an old game, but like people are still picking it up. It's great to see.
Yeah, it's worth noting for such a good place. Even having like the wrong line around a corner can lose you 1-2 seconds.
Yeah, exactly.
It's such a tight game time-wise, especially when you get into like the top 20.
Yeah, it's like I was saying before, the only real glitch that we take advantage of, apart from fast inventory, is quick shooting. But apart from that, it's just optimizing your lines and nailing the dodges and stuff.
Rather tough screen coming up, if I'm remembering the route correctly.
Yeah, the lab lickers, which Desert Eagle just mentioned. So, yeah, those plants are intimidating, but you can just run past them while they're still in their activation animation. Okay, lickers no licking, please.
Yeah.
There's a bit of a manip, so if I just stop here, fingers crossed. No, sir, please. All right, so what I tried to do there was manipulate that third licker into leaping, which is a really deadly attack if it hits, but if he does it from there, it's usually pretty easy to dodge. But no, he decided to not do that. But yeah, usually that dodge is pretty consistent, so I'm not happy that he didn't do it. But the return trip is the dicey one. So we're just gonna get through here. Surprise dude behind the door.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever gone through that liquor hallway without being hit before.
Yeah.
I think I've always been hit every single time.
I always get through it without being hit when it's a terrible run. And I'm already like a minute behind and it doesn't matter.
Very clean key card pickup at least.
Yeah. Yeah, that one can be messy sometimes.
Yeah.
Especially if you don't get the hitbox right and that zombie just gets closer and closer. You're like, no, pick it up, please.
Yeah, there aren't a lot of zombies in that room, but they all tend to congregate around the choke points.
Yeah.
So
All right, so
making sure you get the movement
one
right.
step, run, one step. Nah, didn't work. So yeah, there was another little bit of a manip there, which it only works like half the time. If you walk one step, run one step, that running step, they'll hear you and then get up on their hind legs, and then you walk another step and then start running, and that usually manipulates the first licker into being on his hind legs and the second licker to leap at you, which is ideal. That makes it easy to run past them. But yeah, again, it's not 100% consistent.
Coming up, probably my most feared room. I really struggle with this one a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, the Modisc room. Yeah. All right, I am going to... Yeah, I'm going to heal up a bit because I have taken a bit of damage, and I'm about to do the YOLO strat. All right, so... come on, pick it up. Yep. Nice.
Nicely done.
That was a strat that Pyramid just kept on harassing me until I did it. I was like, no, I'm never going to do YOLO. I'm never going to succeed. And he was in my stream once, so he was like, no, trust me, do it. Like, all right. I've seen you do it like once or twice. I'll just give it a go. And then it worked. So I've been doing that ever since. But yeah, two very long cutscenes, one after another. So again, now's a good time for donations or plugs if there are any.
Yeah, so for anyone tuning in right now, we are AusSpeedruns, a group doing speedrun events to raise money for charity. For this event, we are raising money for Game on Cancer, a charity of which funds early career cancer researchers who are working across all areas of cancer research. If you'd like to donate, you can go to donate.ausspeedruns.com. And also, we have a few donation incentives of which you can donate, such as bid wars or meeting certain goals. The next one we have coming up is for Kiwi, which I believe is in 2 runs from now, so about 2 hours or so. And we are 63% of the way there with $272 left. And that incentive is to play the game in Italian. And then after that, in I think Adelaide time about 1 a.m, so maybe about 9 hours from now, we have a incentive to do a superliminal any percent run. We are 38% of the way there, and we need $615. So if you'd like to see those runs, make sure to get your donations in.
Hell yeah. Alright, so Annette just found out what happens when you skimp out on maintenance fees, because the upstairs toilet just collapsed on her. I don't know what causes the collapse there exactly. But for some reason it's localized entirely on where she was standing.
I've been waiting.
Convenient, but doesn't make any sense.
Probably Mr. X shaking things up with Claire.
You know what
Oh, yeah, that's right.
so
Yeah, because there's
just
that big fight that
hand
goes on.
over the G button.
The use of the word localized just reminded me of that.
Localized entirely on top of your head.
About everything.
May I see it?
That's why I
No.
told you to leave without me, but you
I just can't help but
listen.
laugh every time the
Now
pipe
hand
just
it over.
smacks it down their head.
Don't let me shoot you.
You can't do that.
Favorite voice acted line in the game coming up.
Ada!
Ada, no!
Ada! I've got you. Don't give up.
G5. Leon. It's over. Just let me go.
Shut up. You're gonna make it.
It's
I did try to make a speedrun tutorial of this, and one of the things I tried to do was just make abridged versions of the cutscenes. So when she goes,
Help me out here.
oh, just let me go, he's like, alright, fine, just lets her go.
really wanted.
But then my computer got reformatted, so I had to ditch that whole
Oh,
tutorial, unfortunately. But I think a bunch of good tutorials have come out since then, which are better than I could have done, so yeah.
Ada!
Oh no, poor Ada. And we never saw her again.
Ever again.
nope.
Oh, have a look at Leon's feet just there. That is not a good angle. It looks painful as hell.
So,
This is what everyone's been dying for. Alright, he's chucked away the grape juice. Now he's free. Alright, so coming up to the final boss fight of the game. So this is... The strat for this is another one that Jika-chan, who I mentioned before, discovered with a TAS. Basically, we need to stand at a couple of specific spots to manipulate Birkin into jumping up onto a little platform thingy. And if we stand in the right spot while he's up there, he just cannot get down.
Until he grabs you and pulls you out of bounds. And
Yeah, if you stand in the wrong spot, he can actually clip you up into the ceiling. And then even if you kill him, you cannot finish the game because you can't get back down.
5 minutes until detonation.
Which, that's happened to me once in a run. But, yeah, it's one of those things that I love watching new runners discover the hard way.
So, yeah, this fight basically has 2 phases. The standing mode and the feral mode,
Yep.
pretty much. We're going to get uncomfortably close.
Alright. Missed a quick shot, but still got him. Yeah, so 4 shots to make him transform. Stand back, he's beginning to bark!
And then we're going to manipulate him to jump up on top.
Yep.
But also kind of get stuck as he tries to jump down.
And it is a very specific spot. So I'm going to take my time. Reload the Magnum first. Yeah, this should be it. Oh no. Okay, good. Yeah, if you drop your quick shot, Leon does move forward a little bit, so it can put you off. But yeah, it worked. All right, so Birkin got burked, and now we just got to do one little run, and then it's almost going to be time. But yeah, again, if you were standing like too close, I think it's slightly to the left of where I was standing. That's where he can clip you into the ceiling and just ruin your day. All right, so time is coming up right now. Alrighty. So final in-game time is 51:18.
That's
Not bad. Not bad for a marathon run. I'm happy with that. Alrighty. So that's RE2. Yeah, thanks once again, ASM. It's always a pleasure to take part in these events. Thank you, Icy and Diesel, for being on the couch for me. I want to give a huge shout out to the Rad crew, my family, friends. Yeah, I would not be here today if it wasn't for all of your support and everything in my speedrunning and my personal journey and everything. And I'd also like to give a huge shout out to trans rights and all my trans brothers, sisters, and siblings all over the world. I love you all. Yeah, just keep being you. So, yeah, that's it.